Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today we'll be taking a look at the new Emsisoft Antimalware 6.5, which was released just a couple of days ago, I guess. So let's first take a look at their interface. It's still the same, no changes to their interface have been made. Now the installer is just about 120 megabytes. It's 119, I guess. There you go. So it's pretty decent sized installer, and this is their interface. As you can see, they've got their basic features, their behavior blocker as zero-day protection, and obviously Emsisoft do have pretty decent signatures. So that's all that they've got. No new things to really talk about. The basic things we'll see will be basically about security. So let me just show you that it's up to date. One nice thing that I did notice is that this installer probably comes with pretty recent databases, so you don't have to do a huge update after downloading the installer. I think you have to do that in the last version. But right now you can see it's a pretty small update after the install, which is pretty nice. There you go, so update process is finished successfully. There you go, you get this alert every time you do that. So this is their interface. Let's just take a look at their memory usage here. You can see right now it's gone pretty high because we're doing the update. Supposed to fall down. Most of the time I've seen it at about 60 to 70 megabytes, which is still pretty high, but I do like that they have improved their performance and it's a much faster to respond, the newer version, and the startup was pretty quick. That's something that I liked as well. Started up pretty fast. So let's just get started with our test here. I've got 10 malicious URLs and we'll try them out and see if Emsisoft really protects us against these. Okay, this one's a PDF. It's not going to open because I don't have Adobe Reader or something like that. Okay, this one's also, okay, this is an unknown file type, so I'll just save it as executable. So this one, there you go. Okay, so this was not there in their signatures, but the behavior blocker has come up that it wants to modify an auto run entry. Now this is a suspicious program, so basically by default it's telling me to block, but I'll just hit block and quarantine because there's no point in just blocking one behavior. I'll just quarantine the entire application and that gets rid of it forever. Okay, so that one was probably not able to run. I don't know why. I didn't get any alert from Emsisoft. Here we go, we're running this one and it's there in memory. Now, Komodo has already rated it as malware. Now, something strange has happened here. If we can see, you can see that Windows is not the way it's supposed to be. I can't see my taskbar. So it looks like some malware has actually got into the system. And it might have even shut down Emsisoft. So that's not good. You can see this malware process is running straight away. So I guess I'll just reboot and then we'll try to continue with the test because I want to make sure that Emsisoft is running while I'm doing this test. So I guess I'll just reset my machine here. Yep, I guess I'll do that. So I'll be back when it's started up. Okay, so I just rebooted the system and I scanned these two files with Emsisoft Antimalware and it's found two things here. Trojan Win32 starter and something else. So I'll just delete them. Here we go. So this file was removed, but this one I guess is probably getting a clean rating. So it's not there in their database, this PDF file. Okay, so that says it's clean, but that's certainly a piece of malware. So let's just get back to testing here. And I think we were supposed to try out this one. There you go, it's everything's enabled. Okay, so I guess I tried the same one again, so let's try the next one here. Some of these files are pretty new and they've got pretty low detection rates, so anything that relies entirely on signatures will not get these, but this one has been detected by their signatures here as Win32 adware and has been removed. I really like the Emsisoft alerts. They're pretty simple, easy to understand, and it takes most actions on its own, which is good. This one's probably another piece of adware. Okay, this is an application, and there you go, this is a Trojan, and it's been detected, and it's been quarantined automatically, so that's good. And it wants me to reboot to remove some pieces of malware, but I'm not gonna reboot right now. Just Wait for the link test to complete. There's probably another Trojan here. Okay, this one can start because it was blocked. There you go, it's detecting the stuff. We were just not seeing the malware, these alerts, because it was showing me the reboot option. Now this is a piece of adware that seems to have snaked through here. There you go, we get a lot of adware with this Babylon toolbar nowadays. Okay, there you go, this one program tries to download data invisibly from the internet. And this is written in red, means it probably wants you to block and quarantine this. Pretty clear alert, I like that. And it says exactly what the application's doing. Download data invisibly, and this is probably the way that you detect adware. So that's good. So this one, okay, there you go. Program tries to manipulate other process. But it looks like this adware did manage to install some toolbar. So I guess now we'll get started with the files here. Let me just wait for a minute for this to complete. Okay, so just as that completed, now there you go. Program behaves in a similar manner as backdoor. It's pretty clear alert, and it's telling me, there you go. Program behaves similar to spyware. Okay, one thing that I don't like is it's giving me a lot of alerts. Program tries to download data invisibly again. Okay, so I guess that's about it, and that application has been terminated and removed. So that's good. Their behavior blocker does seem pretty responsive. So now let's get to the signature part. So let me just disable Emsisoft here so that we can get our files. Here we go, disabled. So I think we've got 322 items in here. All pretty fresh, just from yesterday. Okay, here we go. 321 in fact. So now I'll just enable the protection. No, I guess I'll keep it paused, and I'll do a right click scan, and we'll see what it finds. So I guess I'll be back when the scan is done. Okay, so the scan completed, and the scan was really fast, so I like that. The scan is one of the fastest that I've seen, really, because it did it pretty quickly. So as you can see, it's found a lot of stuff: Trojans, riskware, virus Win32, packed Win32, crypt, adware, all kinds of stuff. So we'll just delete everything, and let's see how quick the removal is. Really quick. I really like that. It's really quick removal process. So they have worked on their scan speeds and removal speeds, and let's see what we've got left over here. Only 23 items. That will give us probably a really amazing detection rate. So we had a total of 321, and now we're left with only 23 items. So that is a detection rate of 92.8, means almost 93%. That's probably the best ever see on these files. These were pretty new files, all from yesterday, and look at the detection, it's really impressive. So Emsisoft, certainly their signatures are just the best right now. I haven't seen any application do this good ever. So have to say their signatures are pretty impressive. So let's just enable their guards. That should do it. So now let's try run some of these malware and see if any of them sneak through the behavior blocker, because Emsisoft only relies on one behavior blocker for 0-day protection. I don't think they have a cloud or anything like that, so it's basically all behavior based. Many of these are not going to run because some of their friends have been already removed by Emsisoft. There you go. This is a piece of adware that is not there in their database, and it wants to change my search engine. I guess all of these are all small kinds of stuff like adware and stuff like that. I don't think any of these are major infections. But anyway, we'll find that out when we do a scan. So I guess that's about it. It's hung up my system pretty badly, so that, kind of tells us that it's infected. Some of these might even, no, I don't think any are false positives. So a lot of adware here, that's all we're seeing. All sorts of adware. So I guess I'll install all of this stuff, and then I'm going to do a scan with Malwarebytes, and then I'll be right back. No, I guess I'll first do a scan with Komodo. Now there you go, this is something interesting. Program tries to change the browser settings, typical adware behavior. So I'm going to remove that. So I guess I'll be back with scan from Komodo. Okay, so one of the pieces of malware that I've been trying is constantly interfering with Windows Explorer and causing it to crash. So that's not good. So I'll just basically restart, run CCleaner, then run Komodo, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't do a scan with Komodo. First I decided to do a quick scan with Emsisoft, and I did it, and it found these traces. Delete them. Now, just to let you guys know, right now the system is infected. Now, if you see anything that I try to open, there you go, Windows Explorer has stopped working. And this seems to be due to this piece of malware. This is just msconfig. I've opened it just to see that. And this is probably because of this one piece of malware. Now, if we look at Task Manager, we won't find anything strange running here and there. There you go. I don't think we'll find anything really strange that we can easily spot out as malware. But in fact, the system does have something running in here. As you can see, it's restarting Windows Explorer and not letting me do anything. So Emsisoft did have some loopholes that have been exploited, but then again, this malware seems to be really, really well hidden, and it's really, it's a great piece of malware if you're interested in. You can see that this set startup, but I can't find it in my process. So this is probably running in a sub-process inside Windows Explorer, so it is a very well disguised piece of malware. So right now, it's not going to let me do any scan because I can't open Windows Explorer, so that's a problem with Emsisoft. Certainly, you'd want your paid malware solution to protect you from everything, and the reason why it can protect against this sneaky piece of malware is probably because it doesn't have an intrusion prevention. So it is lacking in some ways in zero-day protection. The behavior blocker is pretty responsive, that's good, but I think they still have to fix some loopholes here. So I guess I'll just reboot in safe mode, get rid of that stuff. Or let's just try msconfig and see what happens. In case you also face any problems like this, you can do just what I'm doing right now. I'll just open up msconfig. I showed you guys how to open it. So I'll disable this, hit apply. Okay. Then, okay, let's just take another look at our services. Because in case it's made a service of its own, keep forgetting things. So let's just take a look at our services here. I'll just hide everything now. It doesn't seem to have made any service of its own. I'll just disable this too. And now I guess I'll just reboot. So I'll be back when it's done rebooting. If it's fine, I'll just run CCleaner and Komodo. Well, I couldn't get my system up and running in normal mode, so I had to come to safe mode to be able to open up Windows Explorer. So right now, let me just try my other scanners and see if they can find this piece of rootkit or whatever it is. So right now, I guess I'll first try to use Komodo. If I face any problems, I'll just run Malwarebytes, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Actually, I first did a scan with Hitman Pro, then I ran the scan with Malwarebytes. So the strange thing is, Hitman Pro didn't find anything. There you go, you can see that. Now, Malwarebytes has found some things here, and they're all potentially unwanted programs. And they're not, by default, they're not selected for removal. So whatever this piece of malware is, it's really, really sneaky. I can't run Komodo, and I can run Malwarebytes and Hitman Pro, but they won't find anything. So Emsisoft basically did pretty well to protect us against what it did protect us against. So it's really impressive job by Emsisoft. I know this computer is infected right now, but as you saw, even Hitman Pro didn't find that sneaky piece of malware, and I'm not sure if Malwarebytes has found that one, because all it's found is potentially unwanted programs. Now that is certainly not a potentially unwanted program. That is probably a pretty big piece of rootkit or some really dangerous malware. So I guess I'll just be uploading that. Just after this test gets done. So in case, so what can I say about Emsisoft? I mean, this malware is pretty interesting, but other than that, it seems to have done really well. Their behavior blocker was responsive, and I mean, their signatures are just the best that you can find. Only thing, it didn't have a signature for that nasty piece of malware, but I guess it did pretty well, because, you know, very few AVs would have been able to block as many threats as it did, and all of them were really low detection rate ones, so it's pretty impressive. But still, I'd love them to have some kind of intrusion prevention or something that could really beat all sorts of malware. As you saw, one malware did sneak through. Now, signatures can't get it. Even Hitman Pro signatures failed, so you can't blame Emsisoft, but certainly they could have had an intrusion prevention. Maybe it could have been a different result. But overall, it's a pretty good application. You can buy it if you want. It's probably protect you pretty well. Certainly one of the best right now. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a good day, and goodbye. I'll just be busy doing some tests with that malware right now. Anyway, so good day, goodbye.